Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm checking in on you. How are you? What's going on? Oh, shit. It's the day before the fucking space movie comes out. You're 35. It's a fucking religion out there, right? Keep in mind that Obi-Wan Kenobi has died for us, and he's using the Force with you. He had that dirty robe. Maybe that's why he got sliced in half. All right, so I have a little cartoon coming out called F is for Family tomorrow. I know it's not the big space movie that everybody wants to see. You know, with R2-D2 and C-3PO and that fucking green thing that got shot in the bar way back in the day. But how does the evil one go? How does the evil song go? Fucking same goddamn movie. Why are you guys going to see that when you don't know what's going to happen in F is for Family? You know what's going to happen in Star Wars. Good is going to triumph over evil. Doesn't it always, except for that one, where they ran around on those mechanical fucking llamas, whatever the hell they were, the AT-ATs. I know all this shit because one of my brothers, he had all the fucking action figures. I remember that shit. I talked about it on Conan. I just missed out. I didn't see it at the right age. And then when I saw it, I was like, the hype was just so fucking big. And I was just like, this was the big deal. This is the big... I thought the first one was boring, and then the next one I loved. I like the one that the fucking dude cut the guy with the blackout... Darth Vader, dude! You hear about that new fucking guy moved into the neighborhood? Fucking Darth Vader, dude. His fucking ride is sick, kid. Yeah, he cut off Luke Skywalker's hand in that air conditioning shaft, whatever it was. None of it's explained, by the way. It's just all spacey looking shit, you know what I mean? Oh, Bill, you're a grumpy cunt. Why can't you let people enjoy it? They like it. You know what? You're right. I wish I cared. I wish I was into... I like sci-fi. Hey, I like sci-fi. Why can't I come along? That'd be a great YouTube video. Just have people driving by just heckling people in the lines. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Those people in that line, they've been through enough. You know what I mean? I think the people who are into Star Wars, they've been through enough. Maybe not the younger ones. Maybe them you can give shit to because they haven't been bullied because it's been like outlawed, right? No bullying. How the fuck is this generation going to produce another generation of great comedians if nobody got their head stuffed into a toilet? I mean, it's a fucking shame. For as much as people shit on bullies, they're really the reason for some of the great musicians, comedians, and all that. They channel all that pain and humiliation to the tone in their guitar, right? I mean, they get through it with the silliness, you know what I mean? Learning how to fucking... Who knew toilet water would make your cowlick finally lay down? Who knew that, Get jokes out of it? Nothing. He's anti-Star Wars. He's pro-bullying. This isn't what I signed up for. So I'm done. I'm done with my press. I had a great time on Fallon. Then I did Conan. I did like a fucking 1,000 goddamn radio things and print things and all of that. And the cartoon finally comes out tomorrow. Go see Star Wars. I'm just fucking with you guys, man. It's just fun to shit on something that everybody's into. They're fucking good movies. For what? They're for the kids, right? You know what I mean? They're for the kids. Please tell me they're for the kids. Please tell me you're not sitting there with nobody in your life with a bunch of stuffed animal Ewoks on some man-made shelf. I guess they're all man-made, but homemade. Little fucking 2x6 right above your head. With your action figures still in the box so they're worth more money, but you're never going to sell them, but you can't get yourself to open them up. Why don't you take it out? Do your little Chewbacca impression. What was it, Yoda? Huh? That fucking weird way. I don't remember how he talks,
At the desk you must sit.
Whatever the fuck he does. Oh, my God, what an annoying little green cunt. Ah, you can't hate Yoda. You know what? You could if you drove cross country. He'd have to do some Jedi shit like every half a state before you just like, dude, you either need to do some magic stuff or you have to stop talking. Okay? Because my fucking brain you're hurting. Or whatever the fuck you say to him. Oh, you know you'd be annoying. Just start imitating him. Really, you douche. What's wrong with me? You know what's wrong with me is... I need to just fucking chill out, and I can't. I got 2 shows tonight because I got to get ready for my New Year's show here in L.A. at the Orpheum. Who's going to be on the show? God damn it, the 4 Horsemen are coming to town. Well, I guess I'm already here. So 3 of them. Lawhead lives out here. 2 of them. No, Bartnick's out here. 1 of them's coming to town. Sorry, I just totally blew that out there. 1 of them's coming to town. I'm usually good about pulling the mic away. 1 of them's coming to town, and the other 3 are already here. All right, that's the Magnificent 7, Bill. You need 3 more writers. It's going to be me, Lawhead, Bartnick, and Paul Verzi at the Orpheum, the legendary Orpheum, downtown L.A. First show's at 7:15 for whatever fucking reason. I don't know why it's not 7 or 7:30. It's 7:15, everybody, just to make sure you're paying attention. And then the other one is at 10 o'clock. All right, 2 fabulous shows. So last night we had the premiere for Efforts for Family, and I told the lovely Nia that I was going to, go up there with the great Mike Price from The Simpsons, co-creator of the show. We were going to thank everybody for coming out, and the second I thanked everybody, I was immediately going to walk right out the movie theater because I did not want to sit there, watching people watch it, because I can't describe that feeling. After years of being a comedian where you can adjust, if it's going bad, you can speed up, you can slow down, you can do this, you can do that. The fucking, TV show is locked. It's done. So if it starts bombing, all you can do is just sit there. And so that was my game plan. I thanked everybody. And then I started to walk out the theater, and I just felt everyone was looking at me, and I'm like, that's not good. Everyone's going to think he doesn't like his own show. So I just walked in, and I just sat down in the nearest empty seat, which wasn't next to my wife. And I just sat there, and within 3 seconds of watching it, I was like, why the fuck did I do this? And they played 3 episodes. Fortunately, people were laughing. But, I sat there squirming for a good fucking however long it took, 90 minutes to watch. But fortunately, everybody loved it. Everybody could relate, all different ages and that type of shit. So I'm hoping you're going to like it. There, I'm done. I'm done promoting it. Why do you feel guilty promoting your own projects? You deserve it. And it's your podcast. You should have the right to talk about whatever you want. Is that what Yoda would say, but in that douchey voice? But why do I attack Star Wars? Every time it comes out, I just can't handle the fact. I do the same thing. There's a lot of shit that everybody likes that I don't like. And maybe I should just be like, you know what, Bill? Maybe I got to lighten up a little bit. No, you know what I mean? Why don't you just let people like what the fuck they like? I like sci-fi. That fucking Sam Rockwell movie, Moon. Did you guys see that? I like that one. I like Stanley Kubrick's Space 1999. What the fuck was it called? Last Computer on Earth. I'm sorry, Brian, I can't do that. Whatever the fuck he used to say. 2001, A Space Odyssey. I like that movie. I was going to say Moonraker. That was fucking James Bond when he was in the space shuttle. That wasn't it. Blade Runner! I like that one. I like those ones set in the future where everybody lost their rights and we're out of fucking natural resources. Those are the ones I like. And then they got to fight back against, oh, fuck, am I explaining? I think I'm describing Star Wars. I guess it's that self-help. I don't know what it is. All right, you know what? I'll say it. You know what? It's too nice. There. That's what it is. It's just too fucking nice. You know what I mean? Like, they got a couple of malls out here in L.A. They're both called The Grove. And you go down there, right, and it's all brand new. And they got this stupid fucking trolley going down the center, right? Making it look like it's this old-style town. And it only runs like 100 yards, and then it just turns around again. But when you're in the middle of this mall, You know, and they're playing Sinatra and Tony Bennett. You know, if I ruled the world, every day would be the first day of spring. And you're walking around. There's a trolley. You feel you get a little spring in your step, and then it hits you like, dude, I'm going into the Gap. I'm buying a bunch of shit I don't need. What am I doing here? They create this whole fucking atmosphere that's so fucking nice. It drives me up the wall. I got to come with something positive. You know what the most positive thing I saw this past week was? I saw these kids playing 2-on-2 football in a basketball court when I was in New York. That time when I had to fight with the person at the gym, so I went to that outdoor place where you could do pull-ups. And I don't know, you just never see that. You never see it anymore. I wish kids did that more, you know? I wish kids weren't so fat. I wish they'd go outside the house, you know? But you can't let them out of the house now, right? Everybody is a fucking pervert behind every fucking tree. You know, they should give kids guns. Yeah, just hear me out. If you give kids guns, if somebody goes to snatch them, he could just fucking pull his gun out and blow the guy's brains out. And then if they shot each other, as sad as that would be, it would definitely, obviously help the population problem. You know what I mean? Because one of them would be dead and the other one would be going to jail. And that would be it. Be all right, we'll just stick you in this place. You know, you're likely to get stabbed. That's weird, right? Hey, it's desperate times. You know? Someone was trying to tell me to watch something that was trying to say that fucking Miami's going to be, like, finished in 10 years. Miami, New Orleans, all of these fucking places. And I was just like, dude, I don't want to hear that. You know, I'm gonna be one of those guys. You know, they'll figure out something. They're going to figure something out. I think everybody's saying that all the way up to the top. So anyways, hey, how about my Bruins? They've been winning lately, and I have been so busy I haven't watched. Last night I watched the second period, and just long enough to watch McQuaid take a puck to the fucking mouth. I don't know if you've never played hockey. I took one time, just once. Okay, I haven't played a lot of hockey in my life. Just one fucking time. I took a wrister off my big fucking toe. All right? Just some fucking novice guy. We were in Canada, so it's probably a better wrist shot than I would have run into down here. I took it right off I wasn't doing anything in the game, so I wanted to do something productive for my team. I was like a minus 50, 3 minutes into play and pick up hockey. And for some reason, I decided to block a shot in a pickup game when I had a stand-up gig that night. Hit right off the inside of the arch of my foot and my fucking toe. I felt like I got shot in the foot. It didn't even hit me that hard. This guy took a professional fucking... Thank God it wasn't a slap shot. I think it was a wrister. He fucking turned around to see what was up, like where the puck was, and it was like right there. It's like when Tom Brady throws the pass, you know, before you even turn, the ball's already coming. You're like, oh shit, right? If you're a guy like me, you break your finger because you didn't open them wide enough, quick enough, right? Took it right in the fucking mouth. That's it. He's rolling around on the ice, and the announcer's just like, well, fortunately, you don't need teeth to play hockey. And that was it. Can you imagine if a soccer player took a fucking puck to the mouth? He'd still be lying there. People would be rioting in the stands. They'd have tear gas and all that type of shit. But anyways, I am completely out of the loop with that. Here's one of my random picks for this week, all right? If you're a gambling man, if you're going on that DraftKings or that whatever, if you're going old school and you're actually betting a team rather than players, you know, I like the Giants this week, and I don't even know how many fucking points they're getting. I don't even know how many. Let me see how many fucking points they're getting. They're playing the fucking Panthers, so I think everybody's going to be like, all right, the Panthers are going to fucking kill them. They're going to give the Giants all these fucking points because everybody's going to bet the Panthers. You're going to get all these extra points, and I'm telling you, fucking Odell Beckham and Eli are going to be enough, even though the Giants have no defense. Let me see right now. Giants, Panthers, betting line. Oh, spread. Why don't I just do that? That's easier, huh? Dude, what's the fucking spread? I lost last week, too, but lifetime, I'm up like $660 on the book. Right? Isn't that what all your friends say? Nobody ever admits, nobody knows what the fuck their figure is. The second you gamble for more than 3 weeks, you have no idea. Dude, lifetime, maybe. Giants, Panthers odds. Do Giants have a chance against unbeaten Carolina? Let's see here. Just give me the fucking line. I hate this new era. I really do. DraftKings, they'd have all kinds of fucking shit, wouldn't they? If I was going to bet on, Odell Beckham, just him. Odds, point spread. Week 15, all right. The weekly odds, where is it? Line, Carolina -4. That's it? What? What the fuck is that game? Under/over is 49. All right, you know what? Fuck that. I wanted 8. Give me 8 fucking points. I'd bet Carolina. Unless the game's in New York. You know, Bill, it could kind of help if you fucking looked it up before you got involved in this, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that have helped? I don't give a shit. All right. Anyways, let's plow ahead here. So, I got to get my shit together, man. I have not been working out, but I've been kind of maintaining. And I also haven't been doing that much stand-up because I've been promoting this show, and I got to get my fucking ass ready for this New Year's Eve show. And that starts tonight. If you're in L.A., I'll be down the Laugh Factory, and I'll be at the Comedy Store. Although by the time they post this, the shows would probably already have happened. So that didn't make any sense, did it? All right. I don't know where this is going. Hang on a second. Let me look up some shit. Give me something to talk about here, right? You know, have you noticed lately I've had to hit the pause button a lot? I think I'm coming to the end of this podcast. Or at the very least, at some point, I'm going to have a fucking guest. Right? I mean, after a while, you just see, when it gets to the point you're making pie crust videos, I'm pretty much at the end of my rope here. People tell me, dude, you should make some more fucking videos. It's like, there's nothing else that I kind of know how to make that's interesting, I don't think. Right? I don't know. I have no idea. We're finally getting my house fixed up on the outside. You know, the gates and everything were falling down. It's never ending. I think when I get that fixed, then I got to move on to the garage. That hunk of shit. I'm never going to get my money back, and I'm just doing this stubborn German-Irish thing that I don't give a fuck, and I'm doing everything first class. I don't give a fuck. Well, we could use this piece of shit. We could use this one that's decent, or we could use the top of the line. I'm like fucking John Bender, you know, when in Breakfast Club, when he's going, I got you 2 Saturdays. You want another one? He's like, yes. That's 3. Good. That's what the construction people are doing. Yeah, you know, we found another fucking problem. It's going to cost another $3,000. So? You want another? I'll keep digging. I'll keep looking in your fucking walls. There's really no sympathy here, man. This is my own goddamn fault for buying a 90-something-year-old, 92-year-old house. It's my own fucking fault. And I have to be honest with you, I think I'm over old shit. I think I'm over it. Like, the next house I buy is going to be totally fucking modern, brand new, you know, just fucking 2-3 concrete slabs. Look like a parking garage. I'll just build some walls around it. Everything's going to be brand fucking new and up to code. I've had it. I've had it. Every motherfucking thing. Because you know what it is about this house? Is it's settled, too, over the last 90-something years, right? So everything's fucking cockeyed and twisted and all that type of shit. So when they go to fix something, they always go, well, you know, this isn't really square. And it's going to look dumb, so I got to square it up. So I go, hey, square it up. You know, go ahead, square it up. You know, I just come walking out. You know, at this point, anytime anybody in construction talks to me, I immediately my eyes are squinting and I got my fucking eyebrow furrowed. Like, just, you know, I'm doing that. Come on. Just tell me how much it's going to be. Where do I sign? Yeah, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. I'll be on the road forever. Don't mind me. I'm just a guy paying for it. But seriously, eventually I have to do, I got to redo my fucking piece of shit, fucking do-it-yourself tree fort of a garage. And I got to slip that one by the wife, They're all about the shit that's in their world. You know what I mean? But the garage, which is funny, which is where most guys who live with women, you end up in the garage. So when you say you want to do something to the garage, like your wife is just, I don't understand. What are you talking about? It's the garage. I mean, it's just a garage. Anyway, I just feel like that's the place where we just drop shit off. I would eventually like to do, put a little bit of a gym in there. That's what I should do. If I just had something fucking here. But I heard those treadmills. It's like running like 15 refrigerators at the same time. So what I'm thinking of doing, hear me out. This is my plan. Redoing the garage, and on top you make it solar powered, so it's just completely off the fucking grid, right? And then I can maybe guilt-free have some sort of fucking elliptical or some shit. Did I ever tell you the time when I was living with Robert Kelly from Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. Right, he plays the drummer. We used to live together, and he was such a pack rat. He used to just bring shit in off of the fucking street. And I remember one time I was kind of living back and forth between L.A. and New York, and I came back from L.A. This is like the late 90s, and he had taken from off the street the most bootleg fucking Stairmaster I'd ever seen in my life. It was, I swear to God, it was made out of like, I don't even know what, it was like, whatever the material was, it just qualified to be metal. And I remember it was white with these red stripes, and you got on the fucking thing, and it had this little digital clock, and you'd start going on it, and as you held the handles, like any sort of body weight would like sort of bend. The whole thing fucking moved, like the frame that it was on. And I remember he got it and he stuffed it over in the corner, and I just went like, I was like, Bobby, what the fuck is that? He was like, dude, what are you talking about, dude? It's a Stairmaster. I got it off the sidewalk. I got it for free, dude. You want to use it? It's like, no, dude, I'll go to the gym. Fucking gym's like $15 a month. Who gives a shit? So I remember watching him using it one time, and I was laughing my balls off because he weighed like, and he wasn't, the size he is now. I'm not trying to make fun of him here. He was 10 times the size of the thing. It looked like it was built for an 8-year-old, and he was over in the corner like, in its little ass fucking living room as I'm trying to watch this little kitchen TV that we had that was sitting on this TV VCR, oh my God, TV VCR stand that I made in wood class like my junior or senior year in high school that I gave to my dad, and you were supposed to put the TV on top of it, and then underneath it was the VCR, and then it had two doors that opened on the bottom like cabinets, and in there you put all your VHS tapes. My dad took I gave it to him, he took the back off the thing, and he stuck the TV underneath it. It was so stupid. You had to lay on the floor to fucking watch it. It was classic my dad. Like, he's just, I guess I'm like him. Like, I just see shit. I don't see it for what it is. And then people look at me like, dude, what the fuck is wrong? That same way that when I stand in front of a stove, and it says turn on the front burner, to me, it's what everybody else considers the back burner. Because the way I look at the stove is it's like I'm standing behind a car. I don't know why. I just look at it like, I don't know, maybe it's my low self-esteem, like I'm standing in the back of the line, so the front of the line's I have no fucking idea. So he took the back off it and shoved the TV under there. And I remember all my friends who, also took shop class, when they would come over my house like years later drinking, they'd be like, dude, what the fuck is the TV? And I was like, dude, I don't even want to tell you. My dad took the back off. He ripped the shelf out and he just stuck the TV down there, and they were laughing. They thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever. They went, here you go, Dad, Merry Christmas or whatever. And yeah. He modified it. So anyway, when I moved out, I got it back, minus the back or the shelf. And I remember it was a proud moment that I put this little piece of shit TV on top of it. So that thing's sitting on top. We got a VCR underneath it, and then a bunch of fucking tapes and shit. like Waterboy and all that stuff that was coming out in the late 90s. And we had all these Adam Sandler movies and all this shit that was in there. So I'm sitting down. Oh my God, spring back. I had a fucking couch and a lazy boy but it didn't recline. That was from my dad's dental office from the early 70s. So it had this horrific floral pattern, and it was made out of this wood that weighed like 9 million. It took like 10 guys to pick up the fucking sofa. And of course it was busted. So I'm sitting there, right? And I'm in the fucking lazy boy that doesn't recline. And Bobby's over in the corner on this fucking hunk of shit Stairmaster. I'm trying to watch TV, and he's over in the corner going, yeah, fucking sweating and shit. And I'm laughing my balls off. He's going, fuck you, dude. Stop making me laugh, dude. Right? He's trying to go on this thing. And, is this the day? I may be combining days. I just remember going into the bathroom. And as I was in the bathroom, you walked out like this big living room. It was a railroad apartment, right? So you walk to the right. He's in the back left of the room. I walk to the right and then immediately make a right into the bathroom. So it's like a fucking hairpin turn. So I go in, take a piss, and as I come walking out, Bobby had picked up a racquetball and threw it as hard as he could to hit the wall. It ricocheted. It was a perfect shot. Ricochet. He couldn't even see me. Ricocheted off the wall, came right in and hit me right in the mouth and like split my lip a little, made my lip bleed. And I remember I had an audition to do Conan O'Brien that night at the fucking at the comic strip. And I was so fucking mad at him, and he was dying laughing because, dude, it was like a 1 in a million shot. It was literally like Larry Bird, off the fucking camper, off the house, blah, 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 nothing but net. Like, he couldn't even see me. He was on this fucking piece of shit Stairmaster he found from off the side, like, and he fucking just fired this thing. Hit me right in the goddamn mouth. So I had to sit there and put pressure on it. And he kept saying he was sorry, but I knew he wasn't. And then I had to get him back. And that's what it was like living with him. Oh, fuck, man. I don't know how I came up with that. That was a long ass time ago. I moved into that place in 1995, and I moved out, I want to say, in 2000. This fucking railroad apartment, and I had a walk-through bedroom and this little single bed mattress fucking thing, just sitting on a frame. And I remember my roommate, this Nigerian dude who was into the Rangers, played hockey and all that shit. He had to walk through my bedroom to get either to his bedroom or to go into basic railroad apartment means it's just side by side. So it went his bedroom, and then my little half a bedroom, and then the living room. Then there was a little hallway with the bathroom, and then the kitchen. And it was all just lined right up like people standing in line for some coffee or some shit. So he had to walk through my bedroom. So obviously there was a tremendous lack of fucking privacy. And I remember living there. And then when I started living in L.A., I subletted it out to Bobby, and then the roommate was cool to let me come back when I was in New York to crash there for like a week or so. We were all young guys. We didn't give a fuck, right? So it was fine. And I remember after a while, a couple years of being there, I remember Bobby telling me, going like, dude, we were talking about getting an apartment. Like, dude, we should just get an apartment. I can't fucking do this anymore. I can't live like this anymore. We were living like animals. And I remember Bobby just going, dude, I just want a door. I just want a door to a room that's mine that I can close. And I remember just sitting there, oh my God, that'd be unbelievable. Like that was the big fantasy back then. To just have a fucking door that you could close. Jesus Christ. Was that 20 fucking years ago? I guess it was. I'm an old man. All right, it's time for some fucking advertising here. for the holiday season. You guys enjoy Star Wars. It's just such an easy target to make fun of. Okay, here we go. All right, the advertising. Oh one of my new favorites, everybody. Club W. My dad knows how to ride a horse. Don't you hate when wine looks like a 10, but winds up tasting like a 6? Or even worse, when you walk into the store to pick out your wine, you could easily be fooled into a situation just like this. Well, now there's this new wine club called Club W. Club W, tear. They've changed everything. No more being fooled by wines that pretends to be hotter or tastier than they actually are. It's easy. You just go to clubdebbie.com and answer simple questions. Their algorithm creates a palate profile just for you. Then they send you wine directly to your door, perfectly customized to match your taste. At Club Debbie, kept America safe, is leading the grape-to-glass wine revolution. They work directly with the vineyards, to cut out the middleman, which saves you money. This is great, man. You got to be totally into wine to know what fucking wine is good, man. You got to be one of those people. So why not have these people do it for you, right? Have who do for you? Who do it for you? I can't even talk. Club Debbie. Donald Rumsfeld's a friend of mine. You get premium wine customized to your taste at a third of what you paid at a store. They even have a no-risk, 100% guarantee that you're going to love. You're going to love what they send you. And right now, Club W, my daddy's got a ranch, is offering my listeners 50% off your first order. Then go to clubw.com/Burr. Stop wasting time and money messing around at retail stores and start drinking wine you're going to love. Just go to clubw.com/Burr to get 50% off your first order. That's clubw.com/Burr. Fool me once, you're not going to fool me again. Anyways, let's end on this. I've been watching, Fargo, the entire fucking season. I've watched such great TV, man. I'm telling you, Bloodline, Peaky Blinders, and I'm watching the second season of Fargo. And there's an actor on there, Jesse Plemons, who I did. I never really had a scene with him, but I worked the same day on Breaking Bad with him when we did the train robbery thing. And I got to tell you, man, dude, his fucking act, he's an astoundingly talented guy, man. That guy has an Oscar in him. And also is it Kirsten Dunst? Like the two of them, man, everybody on the show is obviously amazing, but the two of them have been me and my wife's favorite, man. So check that out. If you guys know anything, I'm kind of in between shows right now. And I got time to binge watch shows. So if you guys, you can watch my show, F is for Family, in about 2.5, 3 hours. But if you guys know of anything else good that you're watching, please let me know, because I'm on a nice roll here. All right. Well, listen, that's the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. We're going to close out here with a little bit of music picked by Andrew Themelis, and then we're going to have some throwback greatest hits stuff from podcasts gone by. If I don't talk to you, have a Merry Christmas. I'm fucking with you. How many days away is that? Oh, it's not. I'll do another couple of podcasts before then. Oh, it's next Friday. Isn't that something? All right. And happy Hanukkah to everybody. I didn't say that, man. Did you enjoy the 9 days? How did that Adam Sandler song? How many days are in Hanukkah? I should know that. On the first day of Hanukkah, my true love gave to me something fucking nice. And a matzo ball fucking soup for you. How many days? I should know this. It's a menorah, right? How many days in Hanukkah? How many days? There's 8 days. There's 8 days. Get the fuck out of here. Why is there 9 candles? Hanukkah period lasts for 8 days, and then they got 9 candles. I don't understand it. Is that like Michael Jackson and the Jacksons? When they stop being the Jackson 5? No, whatever. Okay, that's it. I'm done. You cunts have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you on Monday. All right? Let's go, Pat! Those guys always get on the cross-country fucking flights. So, anyways, there was this adorable woman next to me, and she was from Australia. Had the little fucking
accent and all that type of shit. So whatever. Long story short, we're taking off from JFK, and one of the runways is shut down, so it's taken for fucking ever, right? A couple people on the plane are in wheelchairs, so that takes more time, you know, your proverbial fat fucks, you know, the whole deal. So we take off like an hour and a half late. Just the whole fucking thing. By the time we land, there's no gate, and then we got to sit there and wait to get towed in, and the whole thing's taking forever. And she does this shit where she just goes, is everything in America slow? You know? So I let it slide. And then the plane lands, and we're all trying to see who won, the Celtics or the Lakers, because we all missed the fucking game. Thank God ESPN showed the replay. I caught the second half. And it goes around the plane like wildfire. You know, the Celtics won. And this girl in my row was joking about how much people give a shit. And then this girl makes a comment, something, you know, Americans, fucking blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, you know what? I let it slide with the first fucking one. But it's just really, you know, like, they always talk about the ignorant American. What kind of a fucking asshole comes here from another country and shits on the country to somebody who's from this country? When I was over in England, I didn't walk around saying to English people how fucking awful their torsos were. I didn't do that. They said, how you enjoyed England? I'm like, it's fucking great. I can't believe I'm over here. Royal Albert Hall, it's beautiful. I can't wait to come over here again. Phenomenal fucking city. I didn't say your food sucks. You guys all have Will Ferrell mushy torsos. I didn't say any of that shit. I didn't talk about your teeth being fucked up. I didn't talk about the weird inbred look because you've all been fucking each other in the same goddamn strip of land for fucking thousands of years. I didn't do that shit. I was on my best behavior. And here I am sitting next to this fucking clam. Is everything in America slow? As opposed to what? That beacon of speed that fucking Australia is? Fucking people. You know, I went to Australia. I was there for like 3 days. I had a good time down there. But, you know, I could have picked that place apart. All the unemployed people just sitting in bars drinking. Fucking idiot. You know, same fucking cunts. Same goddamn, just cunts. That's all it is. Everybody taking pot shots in America now. That's what it is, because we've been on top and we've been exploiting their labor. And I guess maybe we deserve a little bit of that shit. But you know what? Look in the fucking mirror, Australia, or a woman from Australia. The fuck? I went there. I wasn't like, wow, like I was going into the future. Can I have a ham? And then the fucking sandwich is right in my hand before I even finish it. I didn't find them to be overly fast over there either. You wait. You fucking wait. You think it's not coming your way? Our corporations are just ahead of the curve of where your corporations are. Our corporations have basically exploited every last legal way that they can make more fucking money over here. So now they're just stealing. They're just stealing. And they're cutting fucking staff members. I actually had to wait like a half hour, 40 minutes to get my bag last night. I think it was that Sunday thing once again. It's Sunday. It's Sunday, so we just have like a skeleton crew. I don't know. All I'm saying, you know, it's just bugging me. It's like, do you think I know that shit isn't a little fucked up over here? Do I need you to come over here? I would never be in Australia and go like, yeah, Australians. To another fucking Australian. You know, that's the type of shit. I should feel like fucking stuffing her in a goddamn boogie board bag. Boogie board bag. Why did I pick that? Because I saw that documentary of that stupid fuck from Australia who's put 200 pounds of fucking weed into her boogie board bag. Right? Alliteration for you. And then goes to like Bali. You know, if you even have cold medication, they hang you by your balls in the public square. And she gets life imprisonment. Well, that's what you get, you dumb fuck. That's what you get. That's one of my, you know what, fuck Australia. That's how it works. You see, and that's how it works right there. There's a lot of people in Australia right now maybe listening to this shit going, you know, I would never say that. I would never do that if I went, yeah, well, one of you did. So there you go. Do you think Germany likes to be judged by Hitler alone? They don't. I bet there's a lot of sweethearts over in Germany. Look at all those fucking fat, jolly people during Oktoberfest running around dressed like they're in Hansel and Gretel. You know? Shitting on each other or whatever weird fetishes they're into over there. All right. Whatever. Just fucking. Anyway. So the Jets have started their season at 0-0 with the whole league as amped up to kick the shit out of them as people were amped up to beat the fucking Patriots by mid-November. All right? And I'm telling you right now, they are going to have a mediocre fucking season. I think it's going to start off with the loss tonight. I'm not saying that they're not going to go 9-7, but these guys, I don't know what their fucking problem is. And not to mention that, now they have a nice little scandal here. Cover the Daily News. They says, cool your jets. TV reporter flags team for lewd behavior. Inez Saints reporter for Azteca TV. Where the fuck is that broadcast? It's at the center of a jet brouhaha. Basically, if you see this girl, she's fucking hottie, right? She's got her little pass here. And, she's got some cleavage show. Oh, my God. Are you serious? They got a picture of her at a Jets practice. She's got on the tightest fucking jeans I've ever seen in my life with the most perfect round ass you've ever seen. And she's in high heels. Okay? And she's walking around a bunch of football players who got their testosterone going with a fat shit-talking coach. Let me guess. Somebody said something out of line. Oh, this is, you know what I mean? This right here. And this is one of these things where you can't say, well, look how you're dressed. Because they go, you're blaming the victim. She should have a right to have 3/4 of her tits outside of her shirt with a thong going up her fucking ass crack. And she should be allowed to walk into a locker room with a bunch of football players and not have one out of fucking whatever the fuck you're going to say. Well, one fucking rude comment. Give me a break. NFL boss Roger Goodell was demanding answers last night from Jets players. Well, why don't you look at the pictures, Roger? Huh? What are you, a fucking eunuch? You don't understand what the problem was? For players, coaches accused of subjecting a female sports reporter to sexist locker room conduct. They should have just said for subjecting her to locker room conduct. This is basically what happened. She went into a locker room and was subjected to locker room conduct. Can you believe it? I remember last night when I went out to a bar and I was subjected to barroom conduct. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what am I, in a bar or something? As they prepare for their season opener tonight, Gang Green is dealing with a burgeoning scandal over the treatment of Inez Saints for Azteca of Mexico. This girl is a 10. She's fucking smoking. Gorgeous. I mean, you got to see the way she's dressed. Okay? And fuck you, ladies. Fuck you. Look at the way she's dressed. She's one of those, you know what's funny about the broads out there? This is the kind of girl, all right, the kind of woman, the kind of fucking who if any of these women, who are listening to this podcast, they're walking down the street with their husband, and this girl comes walking by, they immediately, they fucking, when their eyes become like little slits as they look at him, and then they're looking at their husband, and they're going to get mad at you because this other bitch goes to the gym, Like somehow it's your fucking fault, and they're fucking looking at you because they can't just come out and say, oh, my God, that girl is fucking gorgeous. I'm so jealous of her. They can't own that emotion. So then they look at you, and they're just waiting for you to glance in that woman's direction so they can blame you that this fucking other girl is eating right and fucking doing herself up, right? It's going to become your fucking fault. I used to do a bit about that. Next time here's one for you. I'm going to burn a joke right here that I never fucking recorded, so who gives a shit? Next time you're walking down the street with your girlfriend, right? And this fucking unbelievably smoking chick comes walking up the street, right? And what do you got? And she immediately just looks at you like, go ahead and look at her so I can take out my fucking hatred of this better-looking girl and make it your fucking fault, right? This is what you do. Rather than trying to look away and having blood come out of your eyes, you try not to look at this fucking hot piece of ass coming up the street. What you do is you fucking point right at her. And whatever she's wearing, you tell your girl that she'd look great in that. You point right at her and be like, you'd look great in a dress like that, right? And then immediately just, it makes their insecurity go, oh, my God, really? Do you think I could get away with wearing something like that? Totally. You girl's feeling good. You're staring at the girl's ass. You're talking about the cut of the dress. It's bullshit. You're checking her out without disrespecting your woman. See? Right there. Bill Burr bringing couples together. All right, let's continue on here. So this woman, 32 years old, 32 years old, still in smoking fucking shape. A former Miss Universe contestant complained she was bombarded with catcalls and boorish antics at the Jets' New Jersey training facility to the extent she wanted to, in quotes, said, cover my ears. I'm dying of embarrassment. This woman, right, former Miss Universe contestant who would walk on stage with a fucking string bikini and high heels with a hoo-ha hanging out, talking about how to save Greenland or whatever, is embarrassed because she walked around. I mean, give me a, you know what I mean? This is why women stink. It's like, what are you doing there to begin with? It's a bunch of guys playing football. It's like, and then we're cool enough to let you in there, and then everybody has to fucking adjust their behavior because you're there. Wait, excuse me, there's a lady present. You know what I mean? And you wonder why you get called a cunt. That's why. Right fucking there. It's just fucking unbelievable. I would never walk into a goddamn baby shower and be, oh, excuse me, there's a guy present. Can we put a fucking game on over here? I wouldn't. I'd be standing in the corner going, oh, Jesus, when is this shit going to be over? But I wouldn't at any point try to cock block what anybody was fucking talking about. Go ahead and talk about Sex in the City. Talk about your favorite shoes or whatever the fuck it is you do. I wouldn't be covering my ears, dying of embarrassment if you all started talking about my package. I'd be flattered. This is some of the more ignorant shit that I've said on this podcast, but I think there's a point behind this. Let's continue with the article. Goodell, she said, I'm dying of embarrassment. Saints tweeted in Spanish. Goodell immediately ordered an investigation into the troubling, in air quotes, allegations, which were addressed in a team meeting last night. This meeting is now called to order. Last night when that smoking hot chick with the tight clothes came in and everybody said, God damn, look at that fucking ass. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that anymore. Excuse me, Coach? Yes, sir. Yeah, were you talking about that girl who came in and her titties were hanging out of her shirt? Yeah, that one. We disrespected her. See, this is the deal, all right? They come down, they want the fucking attention. You know? What is she doing in the fucking locker room to begin with? You know? Was she even in the locker room? Did they even say that? I can't remember. Didn't you see Any Given Sunday? You don't remember that movie? You're going to stand there and there's going to be some black dude with a dick down to the floor. I mean, why are you going in? I wouldn't go in there. If I went in there, they'd start giving me cat calls like I was that fresh fish guy in the beginning of Shawshank Redemption. And I'd be dying of embarrassment too, but I'd fucking take it. It'd be like, well, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? You're a fucking pansy, and you come walking into an NFL locker room. They're all going to give you shit and say you're a pussy. Right? I mean, what kind of a fucking world are we living in now when a gorgeous woman wearing tight, ridiculous clothes is going to walk into at a football practice, and she's going to get upset that she got unwanted attention? Well, why don't you come there and dress like they did in the 1800s with one of them big hoop skirts so they can't see your fucking thighs? This chick is fucking ridiculous. Look at the Daily News, and look at the little inset picture that they have of her. I'm sure they did it for a fucking reason. It's ridiculous. Look at that fucking ass. That's the first thing I think. Look at that fucking ass. Jesus Christ. And then she's holding a mic. Looks like a dick in her hand. Was she bobbing her head up and down as she asked the questions? This is like entrapment. Anyways, let's fucking continue. We've had contact with the team multiple times and are moving very aggressively to establish the facts, the NFL spokesman Greg Ahilo said. Jets owner Woody Johnson woke up from his coma and said, that guy's actually young. Called Saints to hear his side of the story and said that the team will take any appropriate steps necessary to maintain a respectful environment for the media. Basically, this girl is now going to become a fucking millionaire off of this lawsuit because she walked to an NFL practice with her Miss Universe body with tight fucking clothes on, and somebody said, God damn, look at that fucking ass. Right there. Hey, Mark, what the fuck would you do with that? I fucking bend her over a fucking table. And then fucking Rex Ryan, I can't even see her. My fucking stomach's so big, huh? Was that a good one, players? Do you guys like me? I talk just like you. I can't wait for them to fucking lose tonight. All right, let's get on to stuff that I want to bitch about this week. All right? Now, I know a lot of you guys, you probably think on some level that I hate women. All right? And I got to be honest with you. You're fucking right. I don't hate them individually, but as a group, they fucking annoy me. Because they're always complaining, bitch moaning, and all this fucking crap. Unlike me, who just always brings the sunshine. This is the thing. Whenever it comes down to male-female relationships, what I've noticed on television is that if someone's going to be the douche, it's always the guy. If somebody's at fault, it's always the guy. If somebody's going to pay, it's always the guy, except for the occasional Britney Spears. All right? Who, if I ever see, I'm buying her a fucking beer. Poor girl with that bum-ass husband, right? Backup dancer, sitting around the house, getting fat, sitting in sweatpants that she paid for. You know? She ever went over there and slapped the shit out of him, smashed him on his head with one of her bedazzled high heels, and I was on that jury, I would say not guilty. I would say not guilty. I would say she's a fucking hero that she hasn't done it yet. Here's a story for you. These are the stories. I'm just going to put this out here because I'm really hoping that this is going to inspire somebody to start some sort of legislation or whatever the fuck you need to do to turn things around. Because in this country, there's a major problem. Women are organized and guys are not when it comes to this relationship shit. All right? Oh, you go right ahead and roll your eyes, ladies. I don't give a fuck. This isn't for you. All right? Here's a nice story. I'm going to read one of these every fucking week to fucking people realize what is going on. All right? What is not what is going on. What is also going on. Is every fucking 3 minutes, I got to watch the story about some poor woman who got the living shit kicked out of her by some asshole guy. Right? And you watch enough of those stories and you start thinking, oh my God, women are always the victim. It's not so. Here's a nice story for you. A little story called, Who Knew I Was Not the Father? Do I even need to read it to you? You know where this is going. This happens all the fucking time, but they don't talk about it. You know, it's not considered a major fucking problem. It's because guys are not organized, and we have to start bitch, moaning, and complaining the way women do. All right? Just mentally try and imagine what it's like to have a period, and that's the mindset you need to get in to make change in this country. That's what I think is needed. All right? Okay, here we are. Boys and girls, gather around. Who knew I was not the father? Take one. It was July in 2007 when Mike L. asked the Pennsylvania courts to declare that he was no longer the father of his daughter. For 4 years, Mike had known that the girl he had rocked to sleep and danced with across the living room floor was not, as they say, his. The revelation from a DNA test was devastating and prompted him to leave his wife. But he had not renounced their child because he's a good shit, because he realized that the kid, you know, it's not the kid's fault that her mom is a whore. You know? This guy's a stand-up guy. But he had not renounced their child. He continued to feel that in all the ways that mattered, she was still his daughter, and he faithfully paid her child support. I mean, this guy is a saint. If there's a God, this guy is going straight into heaven. Okay? He could have been bitter. He could have walked away. He didn't. Stood in. Right? So it was only when he learned that his ex-wife was about to marry the man who she said actually was the girl's biological father that Mike flipped. Supporting another man's child suddenly became unbearable. Can you believe this woman? Why don't they show that? Why don't they? They're showing all these stories of guys beating women. What about a woman? Why don't they show when women do shit like this? You know, not only did she cheat on her husband, she fucked the dude raw. Not only did she fuck the dude raw, she let him bust it in him. Not only did she have a fucking kid with him, she didn't say shit to her husband. So then this fucking guy, he has to find out. He's sitting there, you know, looking how he looks, and his kid doesn't look anything like him. And she doesn't say shit, so one day goes to Walgreens, gets a little DNA test, does a little swab of her and then him. Sends it off to, you got to be shitting me, labs in fucking Colorado. Comes back, finds out it's not his kid. He's absolutely fucking devastated. His goddamn marriage is over, and he's still a stand-up guy. So now this fucking whore goes back with the guy that actually knocked her up. Now they're living together. Okay? Wouldn't you think, despite the fact that she's a whore, that maybe she wouldn't be a cunt too? You know? It's unbelievable. Why not at that point just have the fucking real dad pay? And if for some reason the courts are making this guy go through the motions of writing the check, just take the check, cash it, and give it back to the guy. Why can't you do that? You know why? Because they can never have enough. Do you know how guys can never have enough pussy? Women can never have enough stuff. You ever notice that? Even if they have a one-night stand, they still got to get a T-shirt, you know? They always got to get something. I don't know if I've said that before in this podcast, but it's fucking true. They always got to have stuff, you know? And they got this free fucking money coming in. This bitch has got she's pimping these guys. She's got two guys working for her. Goddamn genius. Also a cunt, but she's a genius of a cunt, okay? I mean, how dumb is that guy who actually knocked her up? How dumb is he to marry her? Who the fuck marries somebody who was who makes somebody their wife who was already somebody else's wife and fucked around with you? You saw what she did. You think she's not going to get tired of you? You think she's not going to go somewhere else, get some more dick and a little more, you know, foreign spackle between the fucking gams? Unbelievable. So there you go. That's not misogynistic that I'm only reading these stories. What I'm doing is I'm trying to balance out the bullshit that you see it on TV. The bullshit vibe that only guys cheat, guys are dogs, guys do all the fucking bullshit. It's okay? We are equal. Okay? We are equal. We are capable of doing wonderful things like this guy who did the right thing by this little girl, and we're also capable of doing horrific things. All right? Slapping the shit out of fucking women, sticking their heads in the glove box, trying to see if you can get it all the way closed. You know? We also do shit like that. And ladies, right, they can be absolute angels. And they can be a steaming pile of cunt like this woman. So there you go. That's my little fair and balanced reporting for this week. Go fuck yourselves. I've done 2.5 hours of comedy tonight. My new special I'm taping this Saturday night at the Lincoln Theater in Washington, D.C. And let me tell you something, brother. I'm fucking bringing it on this one. All right? I am on a mission to outdo my last two fucking specials. Okay? And I don't care if you cunts don't think I did it. I think I'm going to do it.